Hi, thanks for coming back to my little crafty secret. I am doing a project share. These are cards and also tags that I created using Simon Says Stamp limited edition 2022 holiday card kit. Yes, this came out last year, several months ago, maybe a couple months ago now. And I didn't get a chance to play with it when I did get it in the mail. It actually came pretty late. The card kits came late this year. I'm guessing because the card kits were really awesome and there was many to send out, plus the holiday season, etc., etc. But I didn't get a chance to use it when it came out, and I decided because I want to get through my stash, and also I'm using this for a collaboration that I'm taking part of. It's Smash Our Stash. Next month's theme is die cuts, ephemera, and some other things too. With those types of items, I wanted to not just use a random pack. I actually wanted to use a kit and smash that if I could. So I'm actually just about done smashing that kit. I do have a few more things that I need to finish up, then I'll be completely smashed. But anyway, I wanted to make some tags. I do have some Christmas tags that I have from last year that are left over, a number of them, but I wanted to go out and try to use these ephemera pieces as the tags. I love the layering that it does create. I see people do it a lot, and I want to be able to become good at it. So one way to do that is actually to practice, and that's what I'm doing here. The paper that I'm using came out, I think, a couple years ago. It came out in a card kit. This was a craft cardstock from Tim Holtz, and I never got a chance to use it. I actually didn't know how I would use it, and it just been sitting in my stash. And then, of course, I love that stencil from Tim Holtz, and also the grit paste. I'm using grit paste there. So here's what I created just by using the ephemera in the card kit. Look how cute these came out. Really cool. So now I'm going to get to some cards. I cut down some pieces, the pieces of pattern paper that I really liked a lot, and then with the leftover scraps, I just used tape to put them together. And I was just showing you what I used to die cut out of this image here. I actually messed up the stamping, and so I just flipped it over, and when I was done die cutting all those other images, I noticed that there was this large piece of that one image of that dove, I think it is, or turtle dove, and I didn't want to just scrap it. So I decided to cut it out, and hopefully I can use it for another card project or maybe even a tag, because it is large enough. So now I'm just assembling what I have here. I was going to use that twine, but I forgot all about it once I picked up that image and started gluing things down. But I will be using it later in another card, several other cards. So yeah, I really like this card kit for a number of reasons. It was so easy to get into. The tags, I think, was what I started first. I didn't want to use the tags for these cards. I wanted to actually use them for actual gifts, but I didn't want to stamp and color more images. I wanted just to use what I have, and I didn't have any more ephemera pieces because they were all either in a collage, or I was going to use it for my December daily, which I'm still working on, trying to finish decorating, which will be shared pretty soon. Yeah, I pulled out this stamp that I thought was really cute. It came in the ephemera pack. I thought it was really cute to have there on the side using these tags. And if you notice, I didn't color the entire image. I actually left the bird itself, whatever color it was on the paper, either white or the cardstock or the craft cardstock. And yeah, the reason why I did is partly because I didn't want to color it, just too much work. And then plus I wanted to make sure, because this is heavy pattern paper, I wanted to make sure that they actually stand out. So leaving it as the color, whatever the color of the cardstock is, it worked out perfectly, and it's beautiful. I love it. I just did some highlights here and there on the bird itself, and of course I colored the foliage there. So now I'm just adhering the twine I actually cut 3 pieces. I see a lot of people wrapping it around the back, but that seems wasteful to me. So 3 pieces is fine. Just tape them down. When I put that down onto the card base there, it did seem to me that it just kind of was washed away. So I thought highlighting it with a gold marker pen would be great. And they turned out nice. Now these scrap cards here, they actually surprised me. I think they're so beautiful. Like this one right here. I used the marquee die from Simon Says Stamp to cut out that center. And usually I just cut out a full panel. But I thought it'd be really nice to keep the entire piece together like that. And I really like it. It really pops it out. I was able to pop out the center part, makes it pop. And it's just, man, it was just such a beautiful way to add detail to the card and to add that focal point. So I'm just adhering it to the card base now. I really like the back pattern of that paper. It was really hard to decide, but I decided to do the pairs there because there's a pair in the stamp set, in the stamp itself. So that was actually the reason why I kept it like that. And that's so beautiful. So there's another card. The next card I did very similarly. I didn't show most of it here because it is similar. And actually when I was going through the editing, it was skipping a lot. So I just cut to the part where it wasn't skipping as much. I was going to use that tag there. It's actually half a tag. And then I just cornered the edges. And then it didn't look as good as I had envisioned. So not only did I realized that I put the card panel upside down, and then the insert I put it upside down as well. So look what I'm doing. I have to modify here. So I just cut it off and put it on a different card base. It is extra thick now, but that's okay. This is, I don't know, it's either this card or the last card, which I didn't actually assemble here. You'll see it on the images or on the recap of all the cards I created. But this card and this other last card that I'm speaking of is probably my favorite. I'm not sure which one it is. It's one of those two. So I did 2 of the very same card, except for the greeting, Titans of Cheer. I really like that greeting. It's a very pretty greeting. But the same style is it's the same style. So I'm just showing you how I did this one, and we'll cut to the chase, show you the cards on the finished card projects, including that one I didn't assemble on here right now. Well, not right now. That's pretty. Yeah, I really like it. Those are really pretty cards too. Okay, so now we're going to look at the cards in review. So these are not in the order that I shared with you just now, but here they are. I really like them. I'm very pleased with how they came out. This was such a fun card kit, and I feel bad because I didn't get a chance to have this done before the holidays. These would have been great to give out, but that's okay. I can always save them and send them along this coming year. I always make tons of Christmas cards, so this is just part of those tons of Christmas cards that I'm making. If you have your kit and you haven't started, I hope this gave you some inspiration. And I hope that you break out your kit. Don't just let it sit. You get more joy out of, here's one of my favorite cards. You get more joy out of creating and using what you have. And I, of course, find this through experience. But anyway, this is probably my second favorite card. I'm not really sure. You tell me in the comments which one's yours. But anyway, thanks. Until next time.